Understanding the basic psychology of the dog you have in your house is quite important. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go through deciphering behavioural issues and figuring out what's causing a behavioural issue and then coming up with a treatment for it. So there's a little bit of a process we go through whenever dealing with a behavioural issue, and it's important that we decipher exactly why the dog is doing what it's doing. So with all behavioural issues, there's three elements. There's a trigger, behaviour and reward, or trigger, antecedent, behaviour, what we're physically seeing, and reward, what's reinforcing the behaviour. So the trigger happens prior to the behaviour happening. The behaviour is the behaviour itself, what we're physically seeing, and then the reinforcement is what is maintaining the behaviour that happens after the behaviour. So when I have a dog that I'm dealing with a behavioural issue, I want to observe the behaviour a few times and try to decipher exactly what is causing the behaviour to happen. What I'm going to do here with Casey is I'm going to try identify exactly what particular behavioural issue she's having. So what we're seeing is we're seeing her bark and lunge towards dogs, and it could be a number of things that this behaviour could be. It could be fight or flight response, it could be leash frustration, so an access behaviour. She's trying to get access to the stimulus in the environment. And I'm going to have a look at this and try to decipher exactly what's causing it, which will change drastically how I give the treatment to solve this behaviour. I feel like it's trying to get access to the dog. You know, like oh, I can't get access the normal way I would, so like, is there another way? I'll go a little bit closer, get it wound up, and then I'll just take it away. And then now it's calmed, I'll bring it a little bit closer. So like essentially if it's an access behaviour, that would have punished the behaviour. And then this is now the new reinforcement, is like you're getting access to what you want when you're calm. Two things happened. The dog gave eye contact, then broke eye contact, and then the lady spoke to the dog at the same time. It was like that was the same thing. Like we got closer, the trigger happened, but at the same time she spoke to that little dog, and then the dog did the same reaction. Because it wasn't reactive, I got closer, and then she would have got a little bit uncomfortable probably, then that dog may have got a bit threatened, and then that dog may have stared at the dog, then that's what triggered that reaction. So it could be eye contact from the other dog. So that would mean it would be more of like, it could either be like a dominant behaviour, or it would be more of a fight or flight response. It doesn't seem like a fight or flight response because it's quite a confident dog. Eye contact. But he was already holding eye contact, like after a duration of eye contact, but they can intensify their eye contact. So they can go from soft to like more intense. So it could be like eye contact, then more eye contact. Do you mind just petting him? You're like, oh my God, I get to pet him. And then just like talk to him a little bit just like a baby. I'm just trying to see if this dog reacts when you do that. So like a few. What could have happened there was they gave Alfie affection, and then Alfie became, the affection may have triggered Alfie to feel like he needs to resource guard the owners, and then his body posture changed and he gave more intense eye contact, giving Casey a cue that he was going to aggress, which then triggered Casey. So like it was fine, 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 I told them to talk, pat him for a bit, and then his body posture changed from that soft sitting to more intense like posture like this, which for him could have been a fight or flight response. So when that dog gave a fight or flight response, Casey reacted to that. So she's essentially reactive to insecure dogs that give eye contact potentially, would be like a possibility. If it wasn't an access behavior, that would be a fight or flight response. Because it's definitely worse when I'm closer. It was worse when the dog showed more threatening behavior. And it was when that dog backed away, she de-escalated. So when they moved that dog, she de-escalated, she broke off and de-escalated straight away. So essentially after watching this footage, what we've found is Casey, by the looks of things, is reacting towards dogs when they show a fight or flight response towards her. So she's feeling threatened when the dog reacts, and that is what's causing her to respond in that manner. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into our next phase of deciphering to make sure that we're on the right track. So we're going to grab a dog that's a little bit more intense. It's going to be a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit more of a threat. And if we're heading on the right track, what we should see is Casey to respond in the same manner, but from a further distance away. So then that means that she's feeling more threatened, but we don't have to be as close to the dog. So this is our deciphering process to make sure we're going to be able to give Casey the exact treatment needed to solve this behavioural problem as quickly and effectively as possible.